How y'all doing? So I want to shift the energy a little bit, change my gears, tell y'all a little bit about something you ain't heard about. You've heard me talk about my first time in prison. You've heard me talk about my stupid arrest award. You've heard me talk about the art of farting. So I'm going to talk a little bit about something that all of us possibly one day deal with, and that's marriage. Buddy, I had a bad one, I'm going to tell you. And to all you folks out there that have been married more than once, I honestly believe y'all could be tour guides in hell. And that ain't no bullshit. Because I'm going to tell you, marriage takes work. Marriage is hard. You go to work all day, day in, day out. You come home, you got to deal with kids, a wife or a husband, whatever you come across. I'm going to tell you, sometimes you just want to be left the fuck alone. Sometimes you just want to be by yourself. Now, the girl I married, she was from Portsmouth. That's Portsmouth, Virginia. And I'm going to tell you something. Portsmouth, Virginia breeds a special type of woman. They don't take no shit. And they don't play no shit. And I'm going to tell you something, buddy. If you piss them off, they will make your life miserable. And that is exactly what she did. And I didn't get married out of love, I don't believe. You know, I have a place in my heart for her still to this day. And she went through a lot of shit with me. And, you know, this was at a time when I was both clean and sober, and then back into my active addiction, going to college, working, had just had a little boy, and was trying real hard. And I'm going to tell you, it was like having an anchor around my leg trying to swim the ocean. But anyways, the point of this is to tell you that sometimes the person that you're closest to, in this case would have been my wife, they can get some shit past you, buddy. And she got one major thing past me. And I'm going to tell you about that here in a second. So, she come from a family, and I love them to death. I love all of them to death. They don't care too much for me no more, but I love all of them. And, I miss them from time to time. But, they grew up rough. They grew up getting it from the rough. They grew up doing what they had to do, and they were survivors, all of them, and I tip my hat to all of them. But I'm going to tell you, she was something special, buddy. She would escalate. And what I mean by escalate is if you got angry, she got mad. And if you got mad, she got pissed. And if you got pissed, I'm talking about she unleashed the fucking silos, man. She let the nukes go. Talking scorched fucking earth, buddy. Yeah, she was something else. So this thing she got past me, I got married to her in July 2011. And, just a regular girl, she was a little on the plus size. She's about 200 pounds. She's a pretty girl in the face. Had a terrible mouth on her. I'm talking about, good God, man, she cussed you like a dog. But, speaking of her mouth, this is what she got passed on me. So I'm laying in the bed beside her one night, and she's sleeping. It's early in the morning. I'm getting ready to get up and go to work, and I had dropped my lighter on the other side of the bed. Well, I reach over across her to get my lighter, and I look and I see a little glass, and it was full of water, and it had something else in it. So I said, "What the fuck is that?" So I look down there, I'm like, in the fuck? It's a goddamn pair of teeth floating in the glass. A whole top plate. I said, where the goddamn thing? There ain't no way in hell. And at this point, we've been married, almost 6 months. And I'm like, they're just thinking. So I sneak over. I creep over to the other side of the bed. I creep over there. I take my finger like this. I lift the lip up. Oh my God. She ain't have no top teeth, man. I was married to a woman who had dentures for 6 fucking months and never knew it. Give a mean blowjob, I'm gonna tell you what, boy, she was something else. But now I understand why. I couldn't believe it. I said, man, I went through all kinds of emotions, like the full cycle. Like if you've ever been in recovery or anything like that, they tell you about the full cycle of emotions. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, man, it was like somebody spinning that fucking wheel on me. Because I went from shocked to mad to embarrassed to upset to mad again. Boy, I felt like a jackass. So after I went through this full range of feelings, I decided I was going to get her back. Because I'm going to tell you something. You might get over on me for a while, but I'm going to fix your ass. You can count on that. I am going to fix your ass. So, I take the motherfuckers and I hide them. I put them up on top of the refrigerator. And my mom's second husband, he had passed away at the time. Well, he had a pair that was still in the bathroom in the top of the cabinet. So I take it and I take a pair of pliers to him and I gnarl them fuckers up and all that. We had this little Chihuahua dog we called PP Rodriguez, and we called him that because he was one of them little big dick dogs, right? Like he had, like, I'm serious, man. Like this dog was maybe 4 or 5 pounds, and he had a Peter on him like John Holmes, man. It was wild. Like he could hug his little arms and legs around that little red fucker and fly around the house like Elroy Jetson. You know what I'm saying? It was wild, man. I couldn't believe it. So I take these teeth and I start popping the teeth out of them and all that. And I throw them all over the house. I get them all by the dog food bowl and all that. And I go lay back down. I called into work and everything because there wasn't no fucking way I was going to miss this. So she wakes up and she looks over at me. Look, I got my eyes closed like this. I'm like, but I'm looking. I'm like out of the corner of my eye. So she don't know. She thinks I'm asleep. She makes sure I'm asleep. Touches my foot and everything. I'm thinking, yeah, that's all right, bitch. I got something for you. So next thing I know, she eases on down there like this, goes to get them teeth, and she hops out of bed, boy. She hops up out of that bed so quick. She's under there looking, and she shakes the shit out of me. She's like, I'm like, what? And she's like, where are they? Where's what? Where are they, James? Stop playing with me. What the hell are you talking about? I don't know what the hell. What? Where's what? My teeth. I said, your teeth are in your fucking mouth, I hope. God, what do you mean where are your teeth? She goes, she got her hand over her mouth like this talking to me. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? She's like, you know. I said, I know shit. What are you talking about? My top plate, my dentures. I said, what the fuck you mean a top plate and dentures? I never knew nothing about no top plate and dentures. Are you fucking serious? Let me see. Like, and she runs into the kitchen and she sees them teeth and them and that other set of dentures that I pulled apart, and she drops on the floor. I mean, wails. Oh my God. I mean, you'd have thought somebody killed her dog. I couldn't believe it. Look, I'm like to bite a hole in my goddamn lip to keep from laughing, because I'm in the middle of a great practical joke, and I'm gonna tell you something. I done pulled some doozies in my life, but this one right here, man, this was like when the moon lines up with the sun and a gigantic wave comes, and all of those guys that ride them big surfboards and shit out there in Australia catch the perfect wave, Billabongs, the Odyssey. Yeah, this was that type of shit. Like everything aligned. And I'm holding this laugh in. And she's falling apart. And she freaked out. She called everybody. James took my teeth. James took. I said, girl, I didn't even know you had false teeth. You had me married to you for 6 fucking months. And I had no idea. Are you serious? You're accusing me of stealing you? What you think I did? Pawn the motherfuckers for some dope? Who the fuck's going by that would have had goals in them? So, anyways, it's, it blew my mind, and that's what I'm talking about. See, that's why you have to pay attention to the people who are around you, because sometimes the level of deception is deceptive. I mean, it is a deep brook, buddy. You got to be careful, man. You will sink up to your butt cheeks before you know what you're doing. So I let this play out. Like, there's no way. At this point, I'm so mad and pissed off because I'm like, wow, I'm not that shallow of a dude. I mean, look at me. I'm one ugly motherfucker. You really think I'm going to be that upset? What I'm mad about is I feel like she got past me something major. Like, how the fuck do you not notice that your wife doesn't have any front teeth? Like, seriously. Like, all 6 months. It would have been different if it was like 3 weeks, but 6 months? I mean, goddamn, how blind was I? So I let this play out for a whole day and a half. And I mean, this bitch had a meltdown, buddy. I mean, look, it was to the point where I thought we were going to have to take her to the hospital. So I came in there. And I gave her her teeth back. And her eyes welled up. Boy, she looked like that little fucking cat in Shrek, man. A pissing bitch. And I handed them to her. And I'm going to tell you something. I let my guard down for a minute, and that was my mistake, boy. Because I'm going to tell you, she reached her hand all the way back to Texas and slapped my ass across the cheek that was all the way in me. I mean, she slapped the soul out my body. She cowboy slapped the shit out of me. Look, I seen stars. My ear was ringing. Sometimes when I think about it, I can still feel that pain radiating up the side of my face. And some of y'all are probably like, yeah, you deserved it. But I'm going to tell you something. When somebody gets over on you that long, and that's what it was, because at that point, it wasn't, oh, I'm hiding something, I'm fucking self-conscious. It's not. It's a full-blown fucking lie. That's what it is. You have false advertised. You have lied. You're worse than them chicks on Facebook that use filters all the time. And that's something else. You know, while I'm touching on that, I keep seeing all these girls talk about, yo, why you in my inbox? I like one of your photos. You in my inbox. Now, they ain't saying that to me, because you can like my shit all you want. I'm not getting in your inbox. I don't give a fuck about your inbox. Fuck your inbox. What I'm thinking about is, why in the hell are you so filter heavy? I mean, you're carrying around filters, you know what I'm saying, like a bag of money or something. Like, you got them motherfuckers on standby. It's like, oh, picture, filter. You know what I'm saying? Somebody even raises a phone filter. I mean, what the hell does that say? You're talking about these motherfuckers. Well, maybe if you just took a real picture of yourself, dudes, to stay the fuck out your inbox. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a pretty good feeling if you're one of those girls that uses 30,000 filters for a fucking picture, ain't nobody gonna hit your inbox if you stop using them. So get the fuck over yourself. And that shit's crazy. But anyways, yeah, this one's called I Stole My Wife's Dentures. And pay attention to the people around you, folks. Because if they'll hide something that small, imagine what else they'll do. And I'm going to tell you, buddy, this girl made my life a living hell. I had to go to prison to get away from her. And I'm not lying. No sense of shit. Anybody that knows me from Chesapeake or Portsmouth will tell you the only way I got away from her, there was two ways, death and prison. I chose prison because I ain't ready to die. But anyways, I hope you got a good laugh. You know, this is all true stories, man. And that's what I try to do, man. I keep it real. You know, I don't tell bullshit, fantasy, made up stuff, man. I've had so many life experiences, man. A guy once told me, he said, man, if I was a billionaire, I'd pay you just to walk around and talk. So that's what I'm doing, man. I'm just talking to y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. And tonight when your wife's sleeping, make sure you lift that lip. Y'all have a good one.